Hi everyone, it's Diane. Welcome back to my channel, Scrap Addict Creations. Today I've got another layout, of course, in full bloom, since that's the paper we're working with right now. And I've got Lizzie's photos to play with. I think I've come up with a pretty good option. I had some other paper I had wanted to use and it just did not work. So I was a little disappointed. Don't you ever feel that way? Like you're like, oh my gosh, I have this paper, I want to use it, and then you try to use it and you're like, not gonna work. Doesn't work at all, and then you're like bummed because it didn't work. I'm grabbing the paper right now that I wanted to use. This is from the oh goodness, I think it's wood, something about wood. I'm so sorry. It's paper. It's in the main catalog. It's got this on the back, which actually looked better with the Kraft, but I wanted to use this side because it kind of matched this background a little bit. I could not figure out how to use it appropriately. It just didn't fit. And I'm kind of sad because I wanted it to kind of, I love this layout from yesterday, so I want to make sure that it matches because it's going to be in Lizzie's album, right after the other. So yeah, I'm a little bummed. Okay, well, I did pull out the camera. So here's the ingredients. I've got some flowers. There's one. I made these pictures bigger. So I've got Lizzie's, this is a 5x7 of Glacier Light. And then I matted Lizzie's picture on, shoot, I closed that window down. Because it's just, for some reason, saying the numbers that I matted this on is very difficult. I have no idea why, but my brain's like, no, we're not going to go there. So 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. So I just have a smidge of it showing. I thought it looked really nice adding that little bit of linen there. And I did the same on both of these. So I cut these pictures down. Technically, they're going to go on a 4x6 photo mat, which I have right here. And then the linen for these is 3 7/8 by 5 7/8. I have no idea why that's so difficult to say, and I have to be looking at it to talk about it. I cut a 4-inch circle of this kind of a mink floral with some butterflies. I chose to add a bunch of these flowers. This one is popped, so those 2 go on one side, and these 4 go on another. I did cut these butterflies because I wanted it to tie in with the other layout. I'm not sure if I'll use them. This is linen, and it's about a 1/2 inch by 6 5/8. And I did have a cut file, and for some reason, it's just gone. I have no idea why it's gone. I'll recreate it, so hopefully I will get things pretty close to the way they were originally. So these right here are the newspaper print paper. 2x3 and 3x8. I will fix that because I've got a weird number there. And then we've got this Glacier Floral. So we've got 7x8 and 4x8. And then I switched up the this paper with the Glacier. And I'm going with Glacier Dark. So this side right here is 3 3/4 by 10 3/4, and this one is 7 by 10 3/4. Okay, and then I have 2 8.5 by 11 1/4 Kraft. Okay, all the ingredients. I need to do this page first. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to put this on. I'm going to try to center it. It's going to be crooked, I bet, right? No, hopefully this won't be because this part is going to line up right with that edge. So hopefully it won't be crooked. Okay, so let's see here. That's about the middle. I'm not as big, of course, on those. But I do like to have it at least line up quite a bit on the other. I'll probably go back. This is what I did last night on the piece. And I'll add a little bit of adhesive underneath these bits because they kind of tend to stick up. Okay, that goes on that page. Is it this way? Is it this way? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, losing that cut file was horrible today because I am trying to remember exactly how I was doing things, and it's not as easy as you would think, right? Okay, so that's going there. These are all on the other page. These are all on the other page. Okay, I think I remember exactly how to do this. So this piece right here was just a straight piece on the cut file. I'll probably continue with that and leave it as is because of the fact that it's easier for me. And I don't like to really mess with this file if I can help it. So I'm trying to think of why that's important. I'm just floundering. It is important because I don't want to change the scallops. And it seems like sometimes when I go and I cut things, it changes just a smidge, and I didn't want to do that. And I thought that was a piece that was easily cut. I'm going to try to figure out how this went. No. There it is. Okay. Lordy. And this one I'm just going to kind of center as well. Actually, not really center, but kind of just put that there. Oops, it's moving. I know. Sorry, I've had a headache today. It's not it's not that bad now because I took some medicine, but it's not the greatest. It's probably because I ate some peanut butter. I'm trying to pretend that it's not, but it's probably that. I tend to have a reaction to peanut butter. I usually don't eat it because of that. And I thought, I can have it now, because scientifically not having it for so long, I'm fine now. I know, those weird things we tell each other that have no basis in anything. Okay, this piece right here looks like it's sloping down. Let's see if I might have to accept. Let me see if I can fix that. Oh, for some reason that piece is really sticking on there. It is still sloping in my eyes. Let me grab this cheese square. Too many little bits right now interlocking. Okay. Well, it's okay. It's not 100% perfect, but hopefully this was another thing. I was racking my brain for a title. I think I've come up with one. I'm not going to use it because I cut it out and it cut like a jerk. And every once in a while, on your cutters, they just cut like a jerk. So I decided I wasn't going to push it because it's probably not the right title. I was going to title it Photo Shoot. I did text Lizzie and she saw the stuff I was doing today, and I did ask her what she wanted this titled. And since I haven't heard back from her, I'm just going to not title this until I hear. I've also requested that she get me some journaling for this day. And but she was very, very happy with the layout of Odie. She was so excited. She even called Odie and let her know what I had done. So Odie might be watching this video. I'm sure she'll watch that last one. See, this was another thing I was kind of going back and forth on, was this little guy right here. I think I'm going to move it. I had intended it for it to be in this space, but it was covering up everything. So I think I want to move it to there so that you can actually see it, because I do like that paper. And it ties into the other layout. I know I keep pointing over here, but that's why I'm pointing, is because the layout is sitting right next to me underneath this pile of stuff right here. So I think when I'm done, I will kind of pull that back out and see how it looks, you know, like as if you were flipping through pages. Let's see here, I kind of wanted that like that. And then I was kind of, was that the size or this the side? I think I'll just put that like that. I'm not going to glue that one down yet because I'm not 100% certain that's what I want there. And I'm also going to wait on those two little butterflies. So let's set this layout aside slightly because I kind of need it for making sure things are even. Okay, I'm going to set that up there because the adhesive is exposed. I hope you like the idea I came up with on those. I'm really excited about that one because I was going to go with that idea I had yesterday because I do think it's a really cute idea. But then I started thinking it was a cute idea, and you're probably like, what idea is she talking about, since she's now rambling? Sorry. About taking the photo strip, the film strip, and putting the pictures from yesterday, putting these pictures from here in that little film strip. I think that is an adorable idea. But since this picture, this layout and that layout are going to be very close, I thought, oh gosh, that would just look silly. So I'm not doing that, of course, although I think it would be kind of cool to do it. So I'll have to do that idea on something later. Now, these two pieces of paper are not going to match, and I just had to accept that. The reason they're not going to match is because I barely got 8 inches of this from the sheet. It was now into that, let me see, where's that paper at? Let me grab it. I think I tossed it in. This is my scraps right now. But it was getting into, and nope, that one won't show it. Let me see here. I gotta look at it at a different angle. See if I can find it. It's the film strip looking piece. Basically, it's this piece. I actually tried cutting those by hand to see if I could use them on a layout, and I did not care for it. I am not seeing the other side of that piece, so I must not have put it in my scraps, which means it's in my pile of to deal with later stuff. And let me see here if I can find it quickly, and then you'll understand kind of the part I'm talking about. Here it is. I did cut circles. This is a different piece because I was able to cut it to about here, and then I had this piece. And so I wanted to not have this part on this layout. I thought it would distract from it. So this piece is cut from like the next row, and it's in my pile of things to deal with. Okay, so I'm going to keep this together and put this little guy right here because I want to continue on that strip. And then come on, stay together. I know this is one of the times when I think I would put a little glue dot down to keep my stuff there. I just don't have any repositional right now. I had some a while back, and I don't have it right now. So let's see, here's this way. I can't even remember what I used it for. Oh, I know what I used it for. I used it for my silhouette mats because my paper kept moving around. And I used it on the Cricut mats at times when, except it wasn't really a Cricut mat I was using it on. It was the fake one. Oh, that's why this stuck so well. I used this adhesive, which is score tape. Now I know. Because this other stuff right now, I'm using the other adhesive and it doesn't move as much. I'm sorry if I get my head in the way. Originally I wanted this to stick out a little more, but then when I was putting the photos on, I didn't care for it. Okay, now I need to put these together. Yeah, it's amazing how a headache can kind of change your day. But Miranda and I had a great morning. We actually ran to Walmart. I had to get needed yogurt, and I wanted to get some new socks and undies for her. And we ended up getting about 6 new t-shirts, which my husband was like, you're buying a lot of t-shirts. But Miranda is going through a phase right now where she is changing her clothes. Last time I saw her, she was on outfit number 5. I think it's wonderful that she's got all these, wants to choose all this stuff. I think it's great. It's just exhausting because I'm constantly doing laundry. Her laundry basket is so full. I don't know what's clean, what's dirty. I have no clue anymore. Every time I see her laundry basket full, I sort things out and I wash them. And so I got rid of some of her t-shirts that were looking a little ragged because they're being washed. And I wash her laundry, and probably TMI, on heavy duty because I never know when something weird is going to get into her laundry. So I try to make sure that I have all my bases covered. We use some laundry enhancer stuff. Just keeps it from, if anything, untoward. I'm just trying not to say the word. If anything disgusting gets into her laundry, it's been known to happen, and it takes quite a bit of washings in order to get that out when I don't use the heavy duty one. So I have learned, and it is really putting a toll, or taking its toll on her clothes, because of the fact that she is constantly changing her clothes right now. But again, I don't want to stunt her in her creativity, in her choices. I mean, she is technically an adult and can make these choices for herself. So I'm trying to be cool with it, at the same time trying to make sure she's got some options. And strangely enough, that I have options when I go to take her out, like to speech or something, and we have no clothes left. So it's this little thing of trying to make sure she's got what she needs, but we also have what we need. Okay. So thank you for listening to my rant. I needed that. I needed to get that out of my mind. Okay, so these are die cuts. These are die cuts, if I didn't say that. I think I did. But yeah, I didn't go for the stickers this time. I went for the die cuts. I thought those would be a little more fun. Oh, I know what I haven't showed you. I will show you guys in just a second. I got something yesterday. I kind of like that. It kind of looks whimsical. I went to IKEA with Miranda yesterday, and one of the reasons I went to IKEA was I wanted to get more of the trays that I've been using because I love them. And when I had originally gone, they didn't have all the sizes I wanted. And when I went, oh, I really like that. If I do title this, it will be up here, or maybe we'll just put some journaling. Okay, I'm going to set this aside real quick and show you. So they had this size tray, so I was able to sort out some of these other pieces. These are all leaves and little branchy things, and I don't know, whatever you call them. I did put the gems here. In fact, I want to look, here's this pile of gems. Oops, I've got one on my finger because I want to add some of those to Lizzie's layout. In this one, I have the globe, the light bulbs, the pieces of the light bulb that came with the kit that you could just put that piece over. The backgrounds on the butterflies, and then other butterflies. So that's all in there. I put the twine here, and this ribbon, lacy ribbon stuff I have there. And then I don't really have anything under this, but there's room if I want to put the scraps and stuff. I did cut all of these down a little lower so they'd fit, or smaller. Here is the Picture My Life cards, which for some reason those moved, but they were in here as well. And that fits right over the top, which is nice. I put all of the flowers and stuff in here, which I haven't really been using this, so I probably should put that away. These are all of the die cuts from the kit in the multitude that I have. And here are all the flower die cuts so that I can just easily go through and find that. I don't recommend buying 4 of these kits. I have so much. It's crazy. I put all the zip strips down here, and these are little pieces of something. I don't know what these are from. There's some card or something. And then these are 2 of the circles that I still have. So with that said, I'm going to hopefully be able to get the rest of the stuff kind of organized into the bigger trays. But it's kind of nice having these trays because I can lift them up, take them off, and just set them aside. And there's a little bit less of a mess on my desk. I did pull out these. I think they're a little too glittery. I don't even know. These might be close to my heart. I have no idea. No idea. Okay, let's move this back real quick. Put a few of these on. Let's see here. Up here, I think. Oops. These are definitely sticky, which is nice because they keep jumping everywhere. Okay. So there's that side. And then let's put some over here. I do like that I have the same gems that I am incorporating on both of these layouts. Actually, I've used the same one on all of them. I just really like how they look. They're just simple, and then you can kind of see the paper behind them, which I appreciate. Okay, so I'm not sure how, I guess I would have to put Odie's first because of the fact that she was the person we were, I wasn't there. She was the person that was demoing the photo stuff. So it would go that one and then this one. And I think that that looks really good next to each other. They look like they fit, same papers for the most part. This just came to me. I really like the idea of just having this row of flowers. I don't know why. It was just kind of where I was at. Kind of want that bigger. Maybe that way. I don't know. Or maybe I need to just kind of put it up higher. Yeah, that works. But I liked having that row of flowers. And since I have 5,000 of them, it works out because I was able to use them. But I wanted to go and kind of think. So we've got Lizzie, we've got her holding baby Rosie, and then her taking pictures of baby Rosie. And if we go back to Odie's, we've got, you know, her little poses, which is adorable. So I think this really, really turned out like just a really great little addition to having these pictures. I was really glad that they were taking pictures of each other and I was able to incorporate them into this book. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come play today. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you would love to see more of my videos. Leave a comment. I always appreciate those, and I try to get back as soon as possible on those. And have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.